here on me because I was holding Carl. But yeah, I think let's start with AMC. I think, but first let me check to see if everything's working well. Let me go live here. Everything's good. No viewers right now from what it says. May just take a while to update because it takes like 15 seconds for someone to count as a view. I think it is. So let's make sure that everything's good. Oh, I need to update some of these thumbnails. I say this every day. I never get time to do it. All right, so we should be good. Monetization, thumbnail, all that stuff. How you doing, Miguel? Mad HD or HG? Samantha, Chris, Miguel. I always tune in on the way to work. Well, thank you. I appreciate that for listening or watching or whatever you end up doing. I appreciate you being here. It means a lot to me. Um, right now, AMC is positive, and we did see some positive movement yesterday. They're having a tough time keeping this thing down. I'm thinking we might see it hit 50 today, but there's a possibility that when it does hit 50, that we will see a little bit of a pullback, just because they like to fight this thing. So I think AMC is gonna make some moves today, but hopefully it stays there. That's what we want. Is we know it's gonna make moves, but hopefully it stays there. What's up, bro? We going to 200 today, right, Matt? That's what I heard. I heard from this guy named Devin that we're gonna hit 200 today. Yeah, I think we should make some moves. What do you think the highest it can go today, or like in general, like how high it can go? It really all depends. If you're talking about how high it can go in general, it really all depends um, how people play this out. So if you have bigger holders and institutional investors as well sell off large positions, once it gets to a certain point, then that's where you know where the peak is going to be. But I would say that the potential for this is pretty much endless. It can go to 100K if we really wanted it to. But that means that we would need um, everything to play out the right way. Because tell you the truth, let's say you hold 1,000 shares, right? And it goes to $10,000. Well, that's $1 million in your account. And you're telling me you're going to be comfortable with holding $1 million in that account with a risk of it pulling back down to levels that it was before? I'm sure there's people that are going to end up pulling out of that position because it's a lot of money. You realize it's $1 million, you're like, oh my goodness, let me get out of this position. You just have to realize, what are people thinking, you know, and in any case, they're always thinking of themselves before the overall community. And that's just how it goes. That's how the world goes. People are greedy. It's okay. We understand the ape community is greedy as well. So you're human beings. However, um, we will play this out conservatively. If we play it out conservatively, where with the people that are going to sell little bits and pieces, and then we're going to see it continue to skyrocket as FOMO buying continues to kick in, as the covering of shorts continue to kick in, which brings it all the way up to a level of $100,000 that it can get of a height. But if you start to see people sell heavy, then you're going to see lower levels to where I think that $1,000 to $2,000 is the floor. However, you can see a lot higher, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, all of those. So it just depends on what people do. The full potential, I would say, is even higher than 100,000, but it all depends on what people do because the market is based on buyers and sellers. So, yeah. Uh, let's see. If we break 50, we can go to 53, 55, then retrace back to 50 to confirm the breakout and a new support, then up and up from there. That's a good point. That's a good point. Just know that a lot of those, a lot of the support levels and resistance levels really don't stand strong with them. They see support levels and resistance levels because they create those based on what our options are. If we have call options out for $50, they're not going to want it to close above $50. If we have options for 45, they're not going to want it to close above 45. So that's where we end up seeing a little bit of a tricky situation. We're seeing fluctuation because it is 8 o'clock right now. So we're going to see an influx in volume. It's probably going to kick up maybe about 200,000, 300,000. So we'll see how that kicks in after it turns to 801. But yeah, I got exactly what you're saying. It's tough. They create those resistance and support levels. AMC will hit 50 today, no doubt. I believe that. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning. Matt, I'm waiting on you to advise in crypto. Waiting for me to get into or talk about crypto. Yeah, I mean, I'm in it to win it when it comes to cryptocurrency, right? Crypto is down from what I've seen. There's a number of positions that are down. Even looking at something like Shiba Inu dropping down kind of significantly. What's crazy is the Webull numbers I think are different than the Coinbase Pro numbers. Because Coinbase Pro, let's look at Shiba. Go to trade, it loads. Come on. It's gonna take forever, isn't it? Yes, you're right. That's 10 million. I wasn't thinking. But yes, that's 10 million. Just think about it. If you have $1 million, let's say, it got to $1,000, right? Let's say you have $1 million, right? Is that 10 million? I don't know. For some reason my math is off. Yeah, well, say you gained $1 million out of it. Um, Most people, when they see large numbers like that, especially people that have never seen money like that, they're going to sell that position and get out. Just understand what people will think, what regular people will think, because we have a large amount of people. For the short squeeze in Volkswagen, you had people, I guess, let's say it was just an organization that held all the positions. So it's less people that are holding all of the stock. We have more people that are holding all of the stock. So now we have to factor in, what are people thinking? The bigger holders, are there bigger holders or there bigger retail holders that can influence what the stock price can do? Well, as it goes higher and higher, yes, that's what you really factor in. So I don't know why this is not working. But I can't go to trade right now. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is really that people will make a decision based on how much they have in there or how much money they have seen. So if we look at Shiba right now, we're seeing 0.000005 cents. But then we go on Webull, and Webull has a different price. It's 0.000007 cents. This is showing a lot less of a market cap than what Coinbase Pro is showing, which is a little weird. Why is it so far off? Because that's literally like, if you went from there to right here, you're basically looking at somewhere where you're doubling, tripling, quadrupling. That's interesting to see that difference and how big of a difference that actually is. I don't know why we're seeing that. Is Webull just not up to date when it comes to Shiba Inu coin? Because, yeah. Anyways, to get into crypto, I know some people wanted me to talk about crypto. Crypto is down quite a bit. Yesterday, I talked about the fact that I bought a little bit more Shiba, just because, not because of where I believe it can go, like 1 cent or $1, depending on what they do. If they have a massive burn off, then yes. If they have a massive burn rate, then you're going to see that skyrocket, right? If they burn off well over half of the coins and get it to like 100 trillion rather than 300 trillion or 400 trillion, I think you can definitely see movement here and have that possibility of getting to 1 cent. And as they continue to burn down to the billions, then you start to see that. But it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky with that. But either way, you can still grow 100%. So if you have $200, you can grow 100%, 200%, 300%, whatever it actually is, and grow that $100 or $200 into $1,000 or $2,000. That's what I'm looking for there. I see Harvest Finance has come back. I'm going to be adding more to it if it does come back a little bit more. Internet Computer, obviously ICP, it's down below $60. Litecoin is down below 200. Clover Finance is another one that I do really, really like, but it is down to $1.41 from being up at that high of like $1.80 or so. I still have 2,000 coins of Polymath at 70 cents. I plan on probably buying a little bit more of Polymath. But mainly I've made some moves. I've pulled out of some other positions and put into AMP, some lower positions like E and J. I put into AMP, and now instead of holding $300, I'm now holding a total of $700, which is 12,000 coins or almost 13,000 coins. And I'm looking for an increase for that up to a level of maybe like 60 cents. So basically like 10xing or 10xing getting to 50 or 60 cents and 10xing that value there, which would be really, really good, getting it to $6,900 or so, almost $7,000. But yeah, Shiba's coming back. All cryptocurrency is really coming back. Shiba's still up 400%. But Quant still making a move. That's up 10% today. So I'm happy with some of the movement. I'm still holding into my positions. I think what I really like is I put more money into Algo. Algo has been doing wonders for me. It's been working wonders. I think that's the phrase. But Algo, as I look into this, I've gained so far $3.97 from this. I've gained $5, almost $5 from Cosmos. So I'm continually gaining things from this. But Algo is paying me every single day. You're seeing it pay me out 26 cents, 19 cents, 15 cents, 14 cents. I'm treating this as an index fund or a mutual fund or some type of fund. Really, I'm just putting money in there as it hits some lows. I'm putting more money in there as it hits highs, putting more money in there, just on average, adding more money into Algo because it's giving me an average of 5% return. Why not do that? I understand that it is growing. So as it does go up, you're starting to risk it coming back and losing money in the value. But I'm going to continue to add to it, and eventually we'll see this get to a certain level to where I feel it's comfortable at. But if you look at the overview of Algo, right? Yes, it has decreased a little bit, but the overall trend is actually on the way up. So yes, it has made a huge move there. I plan on buying more if it comes back down to 80, just to continue to add to this position. And as it does go up, because the market cap right now is only 10 or 11 billion, which it could be a lot more, but the total supply here that you would have is so far it's 52% of the total supply. The total supply would be 10 billion. So getting that to a comfortable, let's say $50 billion market cap, you would basically say, all right, well, that gets to $5. It's a $50 billion market cap. That makes sense. And $5 will be a comfortable level to get at. So investing here is small compared to where it will get to. Good morning, Matt. Any thoughts on the stock ticker symbol WINT? WINT. I haven't looked into it. It's currently at $1.91, up about 3.5% or 3.6%, was up 1% yesterday. If we're looking at overall year, I think this is the daily tickers, the daily candlesticks. We're seeing this drop from a level of $9, continuously drop down in 2020, and actually made a move down to some of these lows. So what I want to see is where the ultimate low is, and it looks like the ultimate low is at $1.58 mark. So where we are currently is the lowest point that it could possibly be at. You see the price that it has been at before, in 2003, which is a long time ago, $172,000 $30,000. I'm not saying it'll get back to that point or get back to 30,000 or whatever. You might have had less free float. Right now, you have 15 million shares worth of free float, which is low. It's not high at all. Um, so you can definitely see this rise. It's not a bad, I don't think it's a bad position. The only thing I don't know about, I don't know about the news. I don't know about where it can go because in recent history, it's pretty much been hovering around those lower numbers. You've seen it at 4,000. It's dropped all the way down to a low of $1.58. Has not made a real positive move since then. You've seen these increases from what 215,000 or so in all the way down to 14, back up to 160. Like you've seen those moves, but you haven't seen anything in the recent past. So if I go back a year, you haven't really seen anything big to where it has come back. It's just been falling. So that's hard to see. But the good thing is that we are close to these lows. So if you are going to make a move into this position, I mean, these are the lows that you would get into. But that's my opinion. It's tough to take in because, it's falling so much. What do you think? I read that. Where am I at? And all 52 today. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. That's 10 million, Matt. Yes, it is. Shiba Inu hit 0.001. I'm a millionaire. Just know that if it does get to that point, you still have to worry about getting that filled. So if it hits Coinbase, Coinbase is a lot easier to trade on because they sell you out at market value when it comes to Coinbase. But Coinbase Pro is a lot different because now you have to sell at a certain point where a lot of other people will end up selling as well. And if you're selling billions of coins, which is the case probably, you're selling billions of coins, then it's going to be very difficult for you to get all of them sold at that price. This is why I only want to hold millions, because when it gets to those prices, now I can make a move and sell my position without affecting it too much. It will affect it, but it won't affect it as much as people selling billions of coins. This is why I don't want to make that move into it, because it's going to be tough to sell everything. Yeah, no matter what, you'll make money, and whatever you do sell, you'll make a decent amount of money on at that level. But you're going to get a bunch of different shares or coins filled at different prices. So just be aware of that, and I'm pretty sure you might be aware of it. Notice that I've had a huge gap to fill in the 1-day chart. What do you think of the company in the next few months? This is something that I won't I won't really know, just because I'm not a person that's usually looking out that far. Um, for the last couple of months, I've been doing swing trades, so I have been looking out a little bit farther, especially with some things like when I was in Ride and making some money there, and obviously in SOS and ZOM, I'm looking out months. But you can see here that it is at $54.98. It's up 1% today. It does look like, if you look at history, that it has had a couple of days or a couple of times where it has shown some strength, but it is starting to fall, and you're actually seeing that large gap. You're hoping that it will fill that gap. You do see a lot of positivity and a lot of strength up in this area, so it's possible that you could see that easily come back to a level of 60 something or so, and either fill this gap right from the start. So where do I see this? I mean, it looks like it's on a trend to find itself. We really don't know exactly where this is. We have seen some support and resistance levels here, but yeah, it's still on a road to find itself because it gapped down and is still falling down after that. But currently, like I said, you're seeing 1% up. So let's hope that this is a start to something new here, but most likely you're going to see a continuation of what it was doing because it's not showing any type of real buying strength there. Yes, you see positivity, but it's not showing any buying strength. Morning, man. I hope, wait, I bought one GME this morning and I'm still holding my AMC. I'm going to buy some property in Tennessee, I live off the grid. That's good. That's a good plan. Thanks for all you do, Bart. Thank you for sending that super chat. I appreciate that. Unipath has a huge gap to fill. Um, 1 day chart once. Yeah, this is what's your opinion on? Yeah, exactly. It does have a huge gap to fill, and that's the issue. Is you have to find a way to fill that gap, and right now, like I said, it's still on a path to find itself. So, um, take it. I would say take it easy if you're holding on to the position. If you were looking for something to, jump, if you bought in here and you were looking for that increase and you were waiting for more of an increase, just know that this has not been showing any type of real positivity for the past, I don't know, however many months there. So just be careful with it. Find your entry point, wherever your entry point actually will be. I do see this coming back, but you need to find your entry point and getting to a stage of recovery there, because right now it's getting to a level to where it is oversold, but you want to see that oversold a lot more before you can actually see that reverse. Can you day trade a coin in Coinbase? Yes, you can day trade in Coinbase Pro. I don't think there's any limitations on it. The only thing you have is you have your fees. From what I understand, you can day trade as much as you want. Sell something, buy something back, trade it, swap it, do all of that you wanted to, and make some moves very, very quickly. Um, However, some require like you require you put in a limit order, and others require that you do you could do market or limit order. Um, so for like Shiba, it's more difficult because you have to put in a limit order at a certain level, and you have to have a certain slippage. So it's a little bit difficult. Some other ones I would say are easy. If you were looking at something that's increasing and you're looking at compound or whatever, you can day trade something if you wanted to. A lot of times when you see the crypto market decrease, most of the crypto market is decreasing. So it's not like you're going to be able to just pull out of something and get into something else that's increasing, because most of it is decreasing. We have 179 people in here, guys. Hit the like button. We got 65 likes. I would love to have 100 likes. Uh, it would be great. 200 likes would be perfect, but we'll get there, hopefully. Insane clown posse. Yeah. How long do you think AMC could go to, or how low do you think AMC could go today? I don't know when to buy. So I think we're actually going to see a little bit of an increase to break that 50 level, right? And then we're probably going to see it fall just a little bit. And the thing about it, the last couple of days, we have not seen many like days to where it has decreased towards the end. So we're going to see it probably decrease and recover towards the end to get to a comfortable level. I'm hoping that we can see this break well above 50, because the last time I said I wanted to see it break above 40, it broke up to 48. So let's say that I wanted to break above 50, secretly wanted to break to 58, and then we can see that run. What does the pre-market look like? What does the pre-market look like for AMC? Here's the pre-market looks pretty positive. You're seeing it bounce off of the 200 EMA, which is the case that we were seeing yesterday. So it's a continuation of yesterday. We hit 49.50 of a high, and we're on our way back up. Let's see if we can stair step and break that 50 mark before we even open. What's up with farm? I think farm is. I hope you're not saying like a different position, AFRM, or if you're just trying to say farm and it was just a mistype. I think farm is good. It's in a great spot. It's at $200, where a lot of people can afford it and not look for something, that's obviously $300 plus. It still only has 700,000 coins available in circulation. Well, it's not in circulation, it's total coins. I think there's like 600 something thousand right now, but basically 700,000 in total, which means that this can go sky high. It looks like people take profits very quickly. So they buy these at low points at $200, watch it skyrocket to 300 or 400, and then they pull back, right? They pull out. And that seems to be the trend with a lot of it. And eventually that trend is going to break. But I don't know if I want that trend to break because I want to buy as much farm coin as possible. If that comes back to 80 dollars, I would love to buy a lot more and continue to buy a lot more because that's a steal. I have about 2,000 or $3,000 that's going to be free, so I can put into Coinbase, and I would like for that to come back to $80 so I can buy like maybe 30 more. I would love to buy 30 more, but you know, we'll see. And I don't want to spend a crazy amount of money, but I do truly believe in where Farmcoin can get to and how many I will hold by the end of this. I want to hold 25. I already have 20. I would say my goal right now is 50. My ultimate goal is probably holding about 100 Farmcoin and then watching that skyrocket. Good morning, Matt. Has 4850 become a resistance for AMC? It looks like we're now at a higher resistance. I would say let's go back and look at the 3 month look just to see where we are and where we've been pulling back from. So it looks like we've been seeing that close to 48.50, a little bit above that, I would say, but we've broken that recently. We broke that up to a level of 49.50. So it looks like 49.50 is more of a resistance point right now, and we're looking to try and break that 50 barrier. So you know why there's a very big price difference between Shiba and Coinbase and other platforms? I have no idea. I have no idea. I just noticed that yesterday because I went on even Coinbase. So I went on Coinbase here and tried to look up the detail because a lot of times I'll go in here and look up a lot of the detail. So I'll go down here and let's look up Shiba. I know it's not available on regular Coinbase, just Coinbase Pro. Coinbase Pro is probably the platform to look at it at. But you see here, Shiba shows 0.00005 cents. I think, actually, I think this is closer to what it was. Yesterday it was 0.00000. There we go. 0.00007 cents. I don't know why that just updated in the wrong direction, but this is different than Coinbase Pro, which makes no sense. The typical hold time is 1 day because obviously it's only been on Coinbase Pro for 1 day. Um, but it's not supported on regular Coinbase. But then you go to Coinbase Pro here, and it shows you the price of Shiba at 0.00005 cents, what it was previously. And I don't know why it updated to that. And then you can also see on Webull, if you look at Shiba, which I'm going to go over to crypto and go to Shiba, you're going to see it's at 0.0000007 cents. So you're actually seeing an extra zero than what you have seen before. So I don't know why it's not updating, because if people are buying it at this price, they're getting a hell of a lot of coins, and then realizing that could you do this and buy it here for this price and then transfer it over to Coinbase, Coinbase Pro? Like if they end up having this issue to where Robinhood and Webull offer wallets, and then you just basically say I'm going to transfer 4 million or 10 million coins to Coinbase Pro, and now I hold more dollar value even though I'm holding 10 million coins. How does that make sense? So it's weird. I hear one of the biggest problems with Coinbase had issues listing Shiba was too many zeros. There's a lot of zeros. Uh, I'm out. There's more in the market than AMC made in 200% month. Okay. Goodbye, Kevin. What is your take on the upcoming Ethereum triple halving that's supposed to happen in Q1 of 2022? Haven't heard of it. Oh, let's see. As a, I don't know. I don't know. I have to look into it. I haven't ever looked into having. I'll have to look into it deeper. Bye, Kevin. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I'm only up 3,000% on AMC. 200%. Yeah, I know. It's up quite a bit. I meant support on 48.50. Oh, my bad. That's a good question. If we're looking for a recent support, uh, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say you have a support of 48.50. No, it hasn't had multiple touch points to where it's going to kind of solidify its position, its support position. So I would say no, because it can break below there at any moment. And we have seen it break below there. It's just not a strong level because we've seen that get to 45. Yesterday, let's look at just yesterday there. We've seen levels of it getting to 47 and actually have a previous resistance with a support. But no, I wouldn't say that yet. I would say let's wait until the market opens. Let's see what's going on there. But I wouldn't say we have a support level of 48.50. Go to Coin Market Cap for accurate price action. 0.00007044 is the current price. How do we know that's the current price? I mean, we're trading on Coinbase and it said it went up over 600%, but then other platforms it's saying it's only up 9%. That doesn't make sense to me. I trust Coinbase over those other platforms. I tried to transfer to Coinbase Pro to sell at the price it shows there. It wouldn't let me. You tried to do what I just said. You went from a different price and just transferred over there so that you could sell for more. That's funny, but it wouldn't let you. That means that there's some, I don't know, issues going back and forth. It's gonna get crazy once we hit $50 today. Can't wait. Let's fucking go. Yes. Was getting my kids on the bus. Did he mention? Yes, I did. I talked about it and the fact that you gapped up, or sorry, you're trying to fill that gap, but it's still showing that it's trying to find itself somewhere, trying to find its right price. It did show consolidation above in the $60 level, but filling the gap is something you're probably gonna have to wait for a confirmation on, because right now it just looks like kind of a false break. If we're talking about uh, UI path, I don't know how to say that. UE path, UE path, UI path. Hello there, bro. I'm new to crypto. In which coin should I invest $2,000 in? That's totally on you. I'm not gonna be an advisor. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what to put your money into. I'll just show you what I'm invested in and what I do believe in. and you can make your decision based on what you feel is the best move. Because for me, I obviously have a large amount invested in Harvest Finance, which I will invest more into that. Internet Computer, I think, is still at a good price. We understand what the overall value of that is. It could get to some of those levels that it was before of $750, but I don't expect it to get to that level. I'm looking for about $200 to $300 to where that will get to. I think Polymath is a good investment here because it's currently at 60 or 70 cents and it has the full capability of getting up to $100 at a normal rate. So if it gets to, I think like $10 billion market cap or something like that, you're going to see this get to a reasonable level, a really, really big level. And holding 2,000 shares or 2,000 coins is a big step in the right direction. Clover Finance, I think, is good. It has less coins out there in the millions rather than the billions. I do think Gitcoin as well has coins out in the millions rather than the billions. Cardano, obviously, that's something you can end up staking. I would say some interesting ones that I think are moving quite a bit is Algo. Cosmos is good. Those you will gain interest from if you buy it on Coinbase. But there's a lot of different positions. Just do your research based on some of these factors. So look at the typical hold time. Make sure the typical hold time is high. So we'll go to something of an example of Litecoin. Make sure the typical hold time is pretty high. We're holding it for 97 days. That's the typical time. Popularity is 12th, which is really good. Make sure the volume is pretty good. The volume might be a little low because of the last, crypto has been down quite a bit. Circulating supply, make sure that's a comfortable amount so that market cap makes sense. Because currently the market cap for Litecoin is 12 billion. I would say if you look at something on average, this is one of the top coins. One of the top coins will probably be more likely to be in the 40 to 50 to $100 billion market cap. So just pay attention to these items here and factor those into your decision as you do make some. But there's a lot of great positions out there. And I'm not going to tell you just to invest in one or invest in five or whatever. You invest in what you feel is great for you. We have 249 people, 253 people. Guys, hit the like button. If you can get me to 150 likes, that would be amazing. Matt is not a financial advisor. Do some DD. That's that decision you have to make for yourself. Yes, again, I can tell you what I hold and why I believe in these positions, but you make your own decision. I hold what I hold, I gain what I gain, and this crypto wallet has been making some moves. I invested about 2,000, I think 600, 2,700 or so. It rose all the way to 4,655. Now I did transfer about 400 to I transferred about 400 to Coinbase to put into Algo. So yeah, and I'll probably be putting more into there. We'll see how that plays out because again, I have about $2,000, $3,000 or so that I'll be able to use in the next like 5 or 6 days. Shiba on Coinbase is shut down. You can't trade. What are you talking about? You can't make any trades on Shiba? Let's see. It looks like trades are still going through. Yeah, it looks like trades are still going through. I have about $2. How much can I buy with $2? Whoops. That's not it. 0.000052. I can buy 36,000 with $2. I can buy 36,000 coins. That's just insane. Appreciate it, bro. No problem. I feel OCGN is about to make moves soon. High fluctuation before, and now seems like it's been coiling. You're a legend. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I'll hit the like button when you fix this damn door. What door? What door? I don't know what you're talking about. Um, is that a joke that I'm missing? What's your opinion on ENDP? Is that a stock or crypto? You have to let me know. This looks like it's the stock. Right now it's up 22%. That's pretty good. Up to $2.56. That's a big move. My opinion, I don't have any like big opinion on why this is moving like this, but um, if you're looking to play this, if you're looking to chase it, because this is one of those chases, you're looking to chase it, I would say you get in it and set your stop loss. And if you hit your stop loss, get out. Don't let it fall back down, and you lose basically half your money, or three-quarters of your money, or whatever. So ADA, XRP, Cardano, SHIB, Doge, Ethereum, Bitcoin, just depends on what your risk tolerance is. Newer cryptos are very risky for potential rug pulls, but the upside is crazy if it hits. Yes, 100%. The thing is you don't want to let it. Those things that people do is they'll let it hit and then they'll hold it. They won't let go of the position thinking that it's going to increase more, and it could increase more, but take your win. It's very tough to get any type of win, and if you can take that win, then take it. That's my suggestion. If that's a form of advice, that's the only advice I would ever give here is if you have a win, take it. Uh, don't sit on it. Yeah, there's times where some people that sit on it gain a crazy amount. But if you have a win and you're comfortable with that win, take it. I don't care what that ends up getting to. You shouldn't either, because you won in the situation. Yes, you'll feel salty, like, oh, I missed out on things. That shows that you have like maybe more of a greedy personality. But just let it go. You won. You got in super early on SHIB and held it when it hit all-time high when Binance listed it. You would be a multi-millionaire by now. On paper, by the time you sell it, though, you would probably lose, or you would lose a lot in that price, because if you hold a lot now, if you bought a ton, like if you bought a ton now, let's say if you bought, I don't know, $10,000 right now, and you got a chance for that to 10x. It's any chance for this to 10x, right? If you're comfortable with losing $10,000, then you could take that $10,000 and it could possibly be something really, really big. Now, if you got in early and you put in $10,000, that means that you probably have billions of coins, if not like a trillion coins, which is crazy. And if you have that much, then it's going to be very tough for you to sell any of it or all of it, because you're going to get like maybe a billion filled at this price, a billion filled at this price, a billion filled at this price. It's just going to keep going down as you sell billions and billions. So that's where it's a little tough. If you have a low risk tolerance, I would invest more into stable coins and Ethereum and Bitcoin. Yeah, into something that's more stable. I would suggest things that pay you interest. It seems like those grow pretty steadily, and some other things. I wouldn't say that Bitcoin is stable, because you've seen that fluctuation. It's very tough to see that. Ethereum probably a little more stable because you're at a lower price compared to where it can get to. Litecoin is also something you could probably put money into, something like Compound, or I know Farm is a little bit more volatile. Um, you could probably put something into Solana. It seems like Solana moves pretty steadily. Loving the golf content on the alternate channel. Finally broke 100. Here I come 90. That's awesome. That's great to hear. Yeah, I've hit 80 one time, like I've said. probably 2 times. I've been in the 80s multiple times. I actually shot 86 on Baywood Greens, which was crazy because that was my best time driving the ball. And Baywood Greens, if you ever have a chance to play in Delaware, play that course. It is beautiful. I mean, I'm surprised that I played so well, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It is truly the Augusta of the North. Uh, and they have this island fairway, which is I've never seen before. You can either go right and play it safe and play it basically like a par five because it ends up being a really, really long shot, like 200 plus yards, or you can go straight and then end up having like 140 into the green. So it's definitely, and then you're over water on that second shot over there. So no matter what, you might as well go with the, the shot into the fairway, the island fairway. But it's phenomenal. I wish I could have recorded that. I wish I had my camera and I could have recorded that because anytime I go somewhere now, I'm gonna record it. I don't care. Hang on, I could let's see, 100%. Ask that again. Let me go through all of these. I'll have to highlight it. Uh, dude, SOL is super volatile right now. It is volatile, but the consistency is crazy. So the reason why I say it's so consistent is because I actually haven't checked it today, but the main movement that we have seen, and so I gotta sign in the Coinbase. Can't do it here. I don't even know my password. Yep. On. No. Hate when it signs you out. Because if you do it for like 30 days or something like that, it signs you out. Give me 1 second. Hopefully, I remember what I was saying. There we go. All right. So we're looking at Sol. Is that what we're trying to look at? We're looking at Solana. Yeah, Solana currently at 182. It hasn't been, I wouldn't say it has been volatile based on the fact that it's Solana. It's been volatile because of the market. So the last 24 hours, the volume has been down 43%. But you look at the typical hold time, it's up, the popularity is up. I would say that people are not holding it long, but you can see the consistency. Look at a month. 1 month, we've seen this consistently rise, and it wasn't something where it had massive pullbacks, which you do see in something like Safe Farm. But it hasn't had massive pullbacks. We've seen it come back to 152, then skyrocket to two something, 220 or so. And then it ended up falling back down to these low levels of 182. It's just showing something that's very interesting to me. The total circulating supply is 293 million, but it's still showing so much strength to get up to some of these levels of $200, $300. I think it is close to being tapped out because you look at the market cap and it's around 50 billion. I would say once you start getting up to some of those levels of 100 billion, that's where you really are tapped out. I don't expect a ton of positions to get up to that $100 billion mark as of now, as of like 2021 or maybe even 2022. I just see a few getting up to that level and some like Cardano passing 200 billion. So again, this looks very consistent in the growth and it does nothing but rise besides like some of these levels where it was at 55, went down to about 24, I believe got offered or listed on Coinbase somewhere around sometime around here, I believe. And then we started to see that, jump up. I was told to invest into it somewhere around this level and I just didn't do it. Which I was looking into it. I was like, oh, I should put some money into there, and I didn't do it, but it's okay. It's fine. You miss opportunities, you get into other opportunities. No question, ADA goes up after fork. Look at what it did after the London fork. ADA is going to be the king. Bitcoin to 200K. I don't know about that. I really don't. I am so hungry. It's ridiculous. Um, let's also look at the amount of shorts that went through on AMC. I know we're switching back and forth between crypto and AMC, but that's the point. So yesterday, we saw 57% short volume ratio. So they shorted 28 million out of 50 million in FINRA volume. Now, this isn't total volume, this is FINRA volume. So it's showing 50 million out of the 80 million or 90 million that was there. And 57% of that volume was shorted. So that's pretty big. What's your opinion on CEI? Do you like financial idea? I love the conspiracy. Oh, buy that coin. Any idea what they are doing? Um, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to answer that question. Let me go to this to answer CEI. Right now it's up 4%. It was up 31% yesterday, which is definitely a good run. Again, one of these positions that just looks like it's going to be something that's just pumped. And I don't think it's a pump and dump. Let me go back to history just to look 6 months. Yeah, so I don't think it's a pump and dump. It's just it has a massive growth from 33 cents all the way up to $1.54. That's massive growth. Let's break this down by 5 years. It looks like these prices just get ridiculous sometimes back here. You're at $140 million. Like, come on, man. $292 million per share. That is crazy. It's a lot, but it's crazy. Um, it's a lot because it's crazy. It's crazy because it's a lot. But I would say, let's go back to reality. I would say that it's starting to come back from that level. It's something that you would be chasing if you do get into it, and if you do chase it, just make sure you're disciplined because we have seen levels of consolidation here. It looks like it's pretty strong. I haven't really seen any type of pullbacks here, so it looks like it's just pushing up. So definitely just take it easy. If you're going to get in there, buy what you want to buy, but set a stop loss. If you don't set a stop loss, it could come back and you can get right back to 33 cents. So that would be my opinion. AMC pops and I get a Doge farm. Oh, too many dogs already. I love I love Shiba Inus. I love them. Well, so far because I love Emmy, my dog, and she doesn't bark, but I know Shiba Inus yip, and she does that sometimes. If somebody touches her the wrong way, she yips. It's kind of funny, but thoughts on ADA right now. I bought more A. Did I buy more ADA? I was going to buy more ADA because I want to stake it actually. Whenever I can stake it on Coinbase, that's when I will do it. But let's go to ADA. I want to see if I did buy more. I'm not 100% sure because I did make some moves, but I don't think I bought any more. Oh, I did. I bought 50 more. So yeah, I had a little bit more money and I bought 50 more. I had the choice of buying 200 more or 250 more, or buying some other things, and I put some more money in other places and bought 50 more Cardano. Since I can't stake it right now, I bought some more Algo, and I'll continue to buy Algo because Algo is great. But I think Cardano is going to be big because people are going to be holding this. They're going to be staking it, which means that they're going to hold it for a long time. And the amount of people that hold it while, people are buying it, if you see the hold time continue to go up, you're going to see Cardano, the price, continue to go up, right? People are going to continue to adopt this. And like I said, I believe that this is going to get to a level of $200 billion market cap, which would give it a price of about $6-7 or so, and that's not bad at all. I see it getting to $5 very, very soon, but getting to a level of $200 billion market cap, which is $5, will happen. And what I'm gonna see is uh this right here, this 550 or whatever I end up buying, because I'm gonna probably buy more. I will continue to stake this, and whenever I can stake it and just gain interest off of it. That's what I want to do. I'm not gonna sell it based on its price. I'm not. The price is gonna be what the price is, and I don't care about that. I care about gaining money in interest whenever I can do that. I don't want to gain it anywhere else and have multiple platforms where I can stake things. I want to stake it in one area. Coinbase needs to just get with the times and find more coins that we can stake with Coinbase, because I can stake Ethereum, right? But can't do Cardano. When AMC pops, I'm loading up on MMAT. That's going to be, in my opinion, well, that's good. If you're loading up on it, well, sorry. It's good for you to make a decision based on your own research to do that. I wouldn't say do everything or put everything on it, because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, especially with all the money that you may gain on AMC. But yeah, it's going to be the first ad that I play. Your statement about selling off billions of Shiba when it hits to prevent trying to sell off while it's going down. You just convert Shiba to a stable coin and sell off. Yeah, but that's still selling it. If you're trading it to it's still considered selling under Shiba. It's not considered just selling, because you can't typically do that on a regular exchange. If I go on Coinbase Pro, I can only exchange it to well, I can exchange it to USD. I can also exchange it to USDT. But the point is that you're going to be selling it, which is counted as a withdrawal in that. So it's going to be taken out as a sell. So no matter what, if you're taking billions of coins and selling those, it's going to decrease those prices. Anytime you put in a trade, let's see if I can actually pinpoint something. So let me go to Shiba, and you're going to see orders. So here you go. You see orders here, and basically I can put in multiple orders down here. If you can see it, I can put in multiple orders, and they will be sold at different prices. So this 2 million right here that you end up buying at certain prices, only 1 million was filled at for basically 0.00045, and then you also had, I think it was less than that, it was like 500,000, but then you had 1.5 million that was filled at a lot lower than that. So they were filled at different prices, but that was a buy option, obviously, because the price was fluctuating. But then also you could see that when you're selling, and you're selling billions of coins, as the volume goes through, you're going to see, let's say you have 32 billion, you're going to see that drop by 32 billion or increase by 32 billion when it comes to the volume. But that's also going to drop the price by that level of 32 billion, which is hopefully small compared to the overall volume, and hopefully small compared to the overall volume of sell orders. That's where it ends up being very tricky to factor into it. If you do it on a buy heavy day and you sell on the way up, it shouldn't affect it. If you do it on a sell heavy day to where it gets to a price and now people are selling, now you have to go through that whole waiting period of getting everything filled. It's just like in the Big Short. If you've seen that movie, they had billions of swaps, I guess, that they were trying to get out of, and they had to off those to multiple people. It's just like doing it here. You had to off those to multiple people at a certain price. So it's basically trying to get somebody to buy it for those prices. And the issue is, it's going to be very difficult to get somebody to buy it at those prices on the way down. Just like AMC, it's going to be very difficult for people to buy it at the price of $100,000 on the way down. So Coinbase actually has a wallet you can get. Yes, they do have a wallet you can get, but the wallet doesn't take away from the fact that you're actually still decreasing the price on exchanges. The overall price, once it goes through the system as a sold crypto, a crypto that you got out of, and now that's sitting there again, it's going to be counted as a sell. So just be careful with what you do. Do it on a buy heavy day. If it's going to be up to a certain price, don't wait until it hits a resistance point, because that's when people are going to sell. You create the resistance point. You have billions of coins, which means that you create the resistance point. Either way, I'm super bullish today. I was, however, able to buy some more GME at 182. That's awesome. My Shiba doesn't start burning their coins to try to get to a cent. I mean, they're popular enough, and people want to buy thoughts. So the issue with that is you probably have a lot of people that are buying it back and forth. So the volume is trading at a rate of at a high rate. Because if you look at the 24-hour volume, you're seeing million, billion, trillion. So you're seeing trillions of coins getting traded. Now, if you didn't see that much volume, then it would make sense for you to burn that much, because right now you're trading trillions of coins within one day, which means some of those coins are circulating back and forth and moving different ways. So that whole 394 trillion coins is being utilized in a month, which makes sense. Now, if you have free coins out there and you know that half of those coins are not being used, then it makes sense for them to burn off half of them. From what I heard, they have a plan to burn it, but I don't know if they actually went through with it, and it looks like they didn't. Um, so I don't know if they're going to continue with that plan, if they're going to burn it, because you're trading trillions of coins of volume, and maybe that's because of the popularity of it being added to Coinbase Pro. We don't really know, but that's my thoughts. Is um, they should burn a bunch of it, but you don't want to burn what people own. You know what I mean? So you want to burn what people don't own. So if people don't own, half of that, then sell it. If people are selling half of it, whatever they sell, implement some sort of burn rate. I don't know, but I'm sitting with 4 million Shiba Inu coin, and I think I have another like 4 million over in Bitmart, which I can't move because they want to charge me a crazy amount in order to do it. I would sell the Shiba I own if they won't burn it. I mean, you still have a chance to increase by 10x, but if they burn it, you have a chance to increase by 100x or 200x or 1,000x. You know, and that could be pretty damn great. It can go, if they burn a lot of this and get to the billions rather than the trillions, then it'll be great. But in order to do that, you have to make sure that people aren't holding trillions, and people are holding trillions. So if you get it down to about 1 trillion, then you can make a case for getting to 1 cent. Let me see if I can go into Excel real quick. Come on, man. Go. I'm going to bring up this right here. So yeah, if you right now it's at $394 trillion, right? So if you get to a point to where you're like, all right, well, you know what? Let's burn this at 1 penny here. At 1 penny, it would be 3.9 trillion, right? That's a lot. Now, if you burn this down and say, okay, well, I don't want to hold 394 trillion. What about 100 trillion? Well, 100 trillion basically says that this will, at 1 penny, will get to $1 trillion worth of value, which is basically where Bitcoin actually is, which would take forever for it to get there because the strength in Shiba, I don't think is that strong in people holding the position. They just want to get to a value to where they can make money, right? So that's where that lies. Now, for the sake of it getting to like $1 or something like that, you would need to burn off that to get to billions rather than 100 trillion. So if you get to 1 trillion, now it's getting to 1 penny is around 10 billion. So if you find a way to get to 1 trillion, that's not that bad. You can get to 1 penny and get to $10 billion worth of a market cap, which is, like I said, not big. But I don't know if they'll burn off that much to bring it down to 1 trillion because it's supposed to be, I guess, comparable to, Dogecoin in a way. So that's what I see there. If they can burn off a lot, then it could be something bigger. So I'm gonna hold on to this for a long period of time. It's not something that I care about. I have $200 in there or $300 in there in total, and it's something where if I'm holding millions of coins, I want to see where this can get to if they continue to burn. And some people might end up selling, and if they sell, you might see another burn rate and all that stuff. But that's where I'm sitting. If they burn this off and it gets to 1 penny or eventually gets to $1, then my 4 million or 8 million coins will be worth $8 million. So let's see if that can happen in the next 10 years, but you never really know. So we'll see how that plays out. And you could also have an influx of people that are going to buy it. And if you have an influx of people that are going to buy it and hold on to the position when it's at 1 trillion supply, and they say, okay, you know what? I want this to get to $1. Well, that's a $1 trillion market cap, which is something that Bitcoin has been to. And, other coins can get to, it will be possible in the future. So anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Make sure you guys check out my video. I'm going to post a reaction video, I believe right now, on Adam Aaron. And if you want to check that out over on the, what channel is that? The Matt Reacts channel. Go and check it out. And let me know what you think. Hit the like button over there. Also, I'm going to be posting a golf video today. So if you want to check that out as well, go ahead and check it out. I don't know why I'm posting a reaction video today. It should be for Saturday, but I guess I already posted it, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, go ahead and I'm going to be posting a golf video later today. So check that out. Let's see where AMC and GME actually are before we get out of here. AMC right now is up 1.5, 1.6%. That's not bad, up to $49.29. Let's hope we can push for 50. And GME right now is at 199. So has made a little bit of an increase from where it was. And some people talked about buying it, or they bought it at 180. That's good. That's a good price. But I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, I will post about that golf video on my community tab. So definitely check it out. I just want that channel to grow. So if you guys are interested in seeing me in another light, definitely do that and go look at that. But I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.